So Mosaic America's mission is to cultivate a sense of belonging to place. And we believe that in order to do that, we need to be able to authentically include people living in place in a community. And our service area, our focus area is Silicon Valley, Bay Area.
I think one of the things that has been very critical is trying to figure out the process by which we take the dream that was presented to us by Mosaic America to create this atlas and to make the connections with the communities and turn it into an actual reality.
So this is one thing that I think is truly special about this project, that there's this ongoing engine for training students in the classroom, putting them into a pipeline of internships that will launch them into the career being workforce ready.
Working with individuals who specialize in different backgrounds and cultural backgrounds and have connection to those communities to initiate contact has been a wonderful learning experience.
What I've gained is that process of learning how to think about these images, learning how to convey that message of not only what I think this image means, but what all these different people who are, one, experiencing these places and spaces, but trying to tell me what that image means, listening for that meaning behind the image. In the Mosaic project, at first it was, okay, capture these geographic locations that these cultural communities are a part of, but it also turned into what are they actually telling us? Where are these spaces and how do they see those spaces?
We're talking taking maybe something that started with 50 data points and looking at something that will have tens of thousands of data points that will be available to the public.
I think Mosaic really presents a good opportunity for local governments to understand their communities and really touch on the different organizations and groups that exist.
So the anthropologists are bringing a kind of connection and energy and storytelling expertise to the project, which is very distinctive. But at the same time, the geographers have to be quite rigorous. Each point on the map has to be very clearly stated in terms of its GIS points.
I created a story map that kind of highlights and showcases the culturally significant sites of the Muwekma Ohlone tribe around the Bay Area.
I spend a lot of my time writing scripts to convert the data that the researchers have found into a format that we can upload to ArcGIS online. Now, not only do we have information about cultures, we actually have information about the place where these cultures meet and congregate.
What is that data showing us? It's showing us how people are connected across these different spaces. They're not only connected within their cultural community geographically, but they're connected across this network that is sort of unseen by that geographic data.
I think that there's a lot of opportunity in this project, not only for the core disciplines that started it, anthropology and geography, urban and regional planning, but that there are opportunities for people from ethnic studies to really come in and have a place to amplify their voices.
And the story map, of course, shows the rich history of the Muwekma. So it also has like snippets that people can kind of engage with the information. It showcases their language revitalization, their dance revitalization.
It requires a sense of humanity. I think it calls out a sense of connection because visual art is going to make you feel something.
That's one thing that Atlas does well, is it takes this kind of, dense information about all kinds of people and groups and art and, organizations, and it presents it just kind of factually and visually, and I think that's a very powerful component.
We can archive the entire interviews for future generations to go back and understand what was that moment in the 2020s when different cultural groups were learning to express themselves through cultural arts.